Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
Railways of the World, the card game, is a card game version of Railways of the World. It is exactly what it says it is. But why? So what you're going to get is a lighter game than the board game. The board game isn't too difficult, but this is a lighter version of it, and it takes up less space because you're just using cards as opposed to that giant board. And that's going to be appealing to some. Now, I have played just a few train games with cards, and this is probably my favorite of the bunch, the best of the bunch, but I would never rather play this than the board game. If I was going to play this, I would just pull out the board game and play it. Maybe time constraints or space constraints would be a reason why. This is a lot more portable. I'll give it that also. The game gives you interesting decisions as you're making through. It's all about building those rails and being able to supply the goods to those rails and creating a situation where you're making the most money. I think all that works. It's pretty standard 101 train game things that you're doing here. And it has the ability to be based off another game. So you're just kind of stealing those mechanisms, right? And putting cards down instead of board and components. And I think that's what it does here. So if you're a big fan of Railways of the World or you're looking for a train card game, this is the best one that I've played. I can recommend it for that. But it's absolutely nothing that we want to go back to. So Purge for us. So here's Railways of the World, the card game. It's not like a portable game. You can see this in your pocket, but it's very small. The box is, and Eagle Griffin Games does a good job on the box. It's a very high quality box. It has some rules which we'll take a look at in a few minutes. You're going to get your tile that you'll start out with here. This will be, and you're going to have your scoreboard, which is kind of cool because it looks like a train track. I think that's a really good little addition they did to the game. I like that quite a bit. You're going to get a number of plastic trains. These are really nice quality. If you didn't like this game, you might want to purchase it just to get these trains. These are really, really, really nice trains. Your assortment of regular cubes, blah. You're going to get your player aids. These are nice, and they're double-sided for the different scoring, etc. You can get a nice little bag here to put your goods in. And the good thing is, I can actually fit my hand down it. Eagle Griffin Games always does a great job with their components, if you ask me. And then you got these little small cards. Don't be too worried. They need to be small because you're going to be playing these onto the board, and you don't want it taking up all your table, although it is a little bit of a hog. And then you insert this semi-custom. I think they did a really good job with this. Fantastic. Here's the rule book here. Now, I should point out this paper, it just feels thicker than normal paper. I really like it quite a bit. It feels almost cardboardish. You're going to have a picture of the components over here, and then it starts an explanation of kind of how the cards work, and then game setup over here. This is everything you can do on a turn, and then they kind of break it down into examples, full color, pictures, etc. Really good job. And then the game end over here. And then you're going to have final scoring of what would have here. There's no player aid on the back because you have the little player aids that come with it, which are great. Otherwise, rulebook was really good. I mean, I probably needed 15, 20 minutes to read through it, and you should be up and running. So just want to take a second to show this. This is going to be the scoring, and as you go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you score across this, and you have the 25 pointers, and you keep going around. So that works very, very well. Anytime you score during the game, you will track it on here. So when the game starts out, everybody's going to get a 1 engine card and a 2 track card. Then you'll shuffle up the deck, and you'll be dealt 2 additional cards. So you're going to start the game off with 4 cards in your hand. So these are city cards that you'll be building to. You can see this one has different colors on it and a number at the top, which would be 2. So when I'm building a track out, I just want to make sure that the track would connect to this with a number that's equal to or higher. So 2 plus 2 is 4 is higher than 2, and I could put my little train on it, and that just signifies. So that's one possible action that you can take, and you must take one of the 5. Now, when the game starts out, you're going to have 1 engine card. On another turn, I could play another engine card, and this would give me 2. So 1 plus 1 is 2. And that's the second possible action I can take on a turn. Now, if I wanted to deliver goods, which would be a third possible action, I could deliver the yellow good over to here, but it's 1 link here and 2. So the links are the numbers from the city. So 1, 2. I have 2 engines, so I could have it. And I own the first delivery link here, so I could do that, and I would gain victory points for linking that. Now, if somebody else owned this, I could also deliver, because I own the first one, and my engines add up. I could bring it over here, but then I'm allowed this person to also score a point during the game. So you're going to score a point for each link. So I would score 2, he would score 1 in this example. So that's how you deliver goods. Fourth possible action is I could discard a card, and then there'll be face-up cards, just like Ticket to Ride. So you have cards over here like this. I could take one of these face-up cards that are available by discarding a card, draw one off the top of the deck, etc. If you ever played Ticket to Ride, it's very much like that. The fifth possible thing, which is really not anything, I could just pass and do nothing, and then my turn would be over. The game is going to end when the deck is exhausted, one player runs out of trains, they don't have any trains left to put out, or the bag is empty of goods. At that point, you're going to score up, you're going to get bonuses for collecting different and delivering different types of goods. Your engines are going to score you victory points, and whoever has the most points is going to be your winner. Who should buy this game? Fans of Railways of the World that wants a card game version of it. I think that's it. If you want to play two-player, this does play better two-player than the board game does. I think it's going to be appealing to some. It's quicker, faster, and it's lighter than Railways of the World. If those things are more appealing to you, then get this. If not, go with the big brother and get Railways of the World. We'd rather play the board game, so this is going to be a purge for us.